So hi y'all. It is Allyn of Sal and Al, the Wool Slayers, and I am visiting my mother, Phylis, who you've seen on the podcast before, and the kids are here in the background playing. You can see and hear them, and my husband's somewhere in the house, I think, and there's Zane. And we're here to celebrate my mother's birthday.
And what a grand celebration it is.
Yes,
Thank
we're having
you.
lots of fun. And so I thought we'd take the opportunity to catch up on what she's been doing and show you some Christmas projects.
Oh, Christmas projects. Well, I'll just show you what I've been doing.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
brought the Christmas projects.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Then we know we have an agenda. You're going to fill in the agenda. Great. Okay.
Okay. You
So-
want to go first?
So I will. I'm wearing a short row scarf. And I'll show you and I like it. I like the colors. It was going to be for a guy, but then it turned out to be too pinky and all that. But I don't know, and I still don't know how to square off the finished ends of a short row scarf. So what I did was just whip it together under there.
Well, and also it came out shorter than you thought,
Yes, it is much shorter.
because you originally wanted it to be a full-on scarf.
Right. So it's a short row scarf.
Right. short row scarf. Yes, it is.
And in that vein,
Mhm.
you remember the name of this yarn?
Zauberball. Crazy Zauberball?
I think I'm eating lint.
Well, it's from Shopple Wool. It's a Zauberball. Pretty sure.
And it too is a short row scarf. Is that good?
Mhm.
And once again, I don't know how to square off. And even though I went on YouTube and read a thing, I tried that, and so I didn't work for me. So what my latest decision is to keep it going. Oops. It's time to bind off.
Yes, it is. That's all that's left. Well, it's not too many stitches, but it's not much at all.
So I think this is one of the
It could be an
scarves-
FO.
Yes, this is one of the projects I would take with me when I was teaching the parenting class,
Mhm.
the Love and Logic class, and it really works well for teaching because it's a start-stop thing.
Mhm. You can pick it up and put it down.
So tonight during the Astros game, ta-da!
They're in the World Series. Yay!
Yes, how exciting!
Go Dodgers! Astros! Dodgers! Dodgers!
I have taught him well to be a National League fan.
No, I just want the Dodgers to win. I don't like the Astros.
Who do you like on the Dodgers?
A lot of people.
A lot of people. You know, so many.
So anyway, this will be finished probably tonight.
It's also good wine knitting. You can drink while you knit it.
Yes, because I do find that when I drink wine while I knit, I end up taking whatever I put in out
Right.
when I've not been under the influence.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, but I do want to point out, oh, see, there's more down there. I do want to point out that this precious little project bag was made by Allyn, and wonder why I'm always thinking of sushi.
Right. So, so that was your other short row scarf.
That's the other short row scarf, and I will at some point learn, because I've done it before.
Mm-hmm. But you've
Um,
made the scarf before.
Ended it with a
Mm-hmm.
with the good end, but
I bet it has something to do with you've got to decrease at the same time.
or not increase.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think it's that.
It would be worth just experimenting
I did.
if the
and
videos
it
haven't
popped
worked.
out.
Oh, okay.
So this is another project on which I'm working, L'Esprit d'Escalier, which is
I'll put a picture.
A spirit of steps, I think.
In French.
And I'll acknowledge my good friend Donna in Cape Cod for giving me this lovely bag,
Mhm.
which has a notions bag that fits in a nice side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And Ta-da! Oh gosh, I'm supposed to know the name of the yarn and
No, it's okay.
okay. So what I have is I'm ready according to the pattern to do one more increase.
What?
Yes.
It would be tiny.
It would be so tiny. One more increase and then start decreasing. Well, I am going to continue with the increases.
Oh, yes.
Because as you can see, I've got a lot more yarn left.
Oh, yes.
And so I want
Really?
to...
Let me see this pattern. I want to see that picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. Their yarn must be heavier or something. That's gorgeous, though. So it goes like this. It starts at one end down here.
Right.
And you knit back and forth. And it is a paid pattern, so I'm not going to tell too much. But you start down here and you knit back and forth. And what I've recommended, because she has a whole... I mean, she's hardly used any of this. What I recommended is that she just keep knitting till it's the width she wants, you know, this way, or is halfway through her yarn, and then you go back and decrease. It's beautiful. You've done a great job, Mom.
Thank you. And I've done my share of taking out, but I've learned that taking out is part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it doesn't feel good to fake it. And
That's not this.
yeah, it's not. You're right.
You have it in here.
Oh, okay.
The yarn is from our Maryland Sheep and Wool trip, and it is Coretta by Rose Spring Farm, and it is 51% silk and 49% merino. And you have 650 yards, so that's a lot.
That's a blanket.
That's a big ball of fingering. So you might not want to go all the, because normal fingering is about 400, 430. So you might want to go by the size that it is, but no more than half of this.
And I think I'll do both.
Mm-hmm.
Where it says this is 6 ounces, I would go to 3 till I have 3 ounces left here.
Right.
And then start decreasing, or a little bit more than 3 ounces, so I have some to bound off.
Less than 3 ounces. So you have more than 3 ounces left.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And don't forget, your scale is set on grams right now. And grams and ounces are different. So make sure you change it to ounces.
Good point.
Because that's something I would do.
Good point. Yeah, that little scale is handy.
It is very handy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to shove that back in here, but you might
Well, I
want to
think-
keep it in your project bag.
Right, I will.
That's beautiful. I want to see what it says the final size should be. So the block scarf measures 165 centimeters from side to side, and at its widest point it should be 39 centimeters. So that's like 20 inches. Do you think that's 20 inches across?
No.
It's not even a foot. It's not even 12 inches across.
No, and when you held it up last time you were here, we were together,
Mhm.
you said, is the fabric was denser or something like that? No? Remember?
I thought the fabric was denser than I expected it to
Right.
be. Yeah, so it could be that your needle's smaller than,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I was going to look to see about the size. It says 3.25 millimeter
Mhm.
needles.
And you did. That's what you used.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, that's fun. I'm enjoying working
Yeah.
on it. When I make a mistake, I can tell it right away.
Oh, good.
And so that's been really nice.
And it's kind of your first lace. Well, you did some lace on the 3-color cashmere cowl.
And the spindrift.
And the spindrift, but this is the first more complicated lace.
It's really not that
But
complicated.
right, I know. Lace is not that complicated.
It's
It's just remembering what the pattern is.
Right. Is this a free pattern?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So this is the brainwave hat. This different project that I changing. Allyn did with the yarn company.
The fiber company
Fiber
yarn.
company yarn. And so it's a bulky. It's
Oh,
it's
I
in
love
there.
this yarn. It's Madeline Tosh.
And Allyn and I were, and I've gotten the ribbing done.
It's Madeline Tosh Cove. Cove is the colorway, and it's the ASAP. It's 100% superwash merino wool, super bulky.
So I'm in
Oh,
the
that's
process
gorgeous.
of changing needles sizes.
Going up.
Right.
Mhm.
And so I've gotten the ribbing, and I've done one row of that slanted, the left LTP
Left twist pearl.
right, left
Mhm.
twist pearl. And that's kind of slipping me up. Pardon the pun. But we all, I know, don't laugh at your own jokes, but it was funny. Anyway, we will, I'll get a tutorial from Allyn on this and have her watch over my shoulder. So that's...
I'm curious why you have the smaller needle on the right. Oh, you don't. You have the bigger needle on the right. It just was flipped inside out. Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you like that. Okay. You're good.
I'm good.
Yeah. I love this color though. Like that's gonna make a really cute hat. Who is this for?
It's not designated.
Oh. Okay. Okay. It's really, I mean, I love the colors. Like very blue and green and kind of brown in there. And it feels good too. That's nice.
It's fun to work with. I mean, it's very satisfying. It goes
Right.
fast.
Oh, yes. Bulky goes fast.
And that's why I'd like to get straight with that stitch.
Right.
So I can whip it out.
You can. I mean, like, you could finish that during a baseball game tonight. Like,
That's a testimony to that's what ball games are.
Yeah.
Dodgers!
This child is asking for a different place to sleep tonight.
I know. Exactly. He might be out on the street.
No threats here. Look how confident he feels.
I think he likes being on camera.
I think he does too.
Yeah.
So-
Do you want to say anything, Zane?
Go Dodgers!
Related to knitting. No.
Zane is our knitter in the family as well. He's picked it up.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So,
Okay.
Allyn and I, can we talk about our outings?
Yeah. You want to talk about what we did today?
No, I'm thinking
Oh.
about Carson Demers.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, Hill Country Weavers has a
In Austin.
yes, in Austin has a class that Carson Demers is going to be teaching. And Allyn and I've signed up for the morning. She's doing the afternoon.
I'm going to do a whole day with him.
And we are going to go to Austin the night before, so that'll be fun. Thank you. That'll be a lot of fun to be there the night before. So it's about a 2.5 hour drive for me and
3.5 for me.
and three, yeah.
Yeah, it will be fun.
And I think
I'm excited. I'm super excited to have a class with Carson. Like everybody that I've seen on podcasts or that I know in person that has had a class with him is like, it's just game changing. And I am starting to get some wrist and hand pain, which I haven't really had before. I've always been able to just kind of like if I felt something hurting a little, just kind of relax my hands and make it stop. It would just stop. But I think when I did these dots, I just it hurt. So, and then I didn't take a break after that. So
kept knitting.
I kept knitting.
And you have produced some lovely, lovely things.
Thank you. And the
Really
weather is
wonderful.
cool now. I'm so excited I get to wear my knitted items. So.
Oh, and we did go to the Hand Weavers, the Contemporary Hand Weavers Guild show and sale today in a part of town. In a part of town that's in transition, and very interesting part of town.
Yeah.
And
it was fun, and you feel like you're in just an urban downtown setting, but more like the cool artistic, not everything is brand new kind of part of town, and it was fun.
and also like a warehouse
Yeah,
district.
industrial.
Right. So there's a lot of art, like graffiti art, buildings that are painted different colors, and just a lot of eclectic vision things to look at.
Right. And then we went to St. Arnold's Brewery, which is a craft brewery started here in Houston in 1994, and just because it was around the corner, kind of. I mean, we less than a mile away. And I'd never been, and my mom's been a couple of times, and so they have a beer hall, and we went in and we had a beer and took the tour, and it was fun. And then we came home.
And I've been wanting to go back there because the beer I had when I was there the last time was ever so delicious. And I wanted to have another one, but it's a little tough to do that by myself.
Right.
So,
Right.
And I don't have many friends that drink beer. So, and I don't usually. But anyway, we had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm looking at this and I see that wisteria vine on the post on the pergola here,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like we're in Cajun country. Doesn't it?
It does.
Yes,
Yeah.
all we're needing is some cypress hanging from the
That's true.
trees
Right.
or
From a
moss.
magnolia.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So is that all your works in progress?
It is. It is. And I have 3 more things on my mind that I want to get started.
Do you want to talk about them, or?
Well, one of them is this. You and I talked last time about how we wanted to knit with that alpaca that we
Mhm.
got at
Mhm.
Maryland Sheep and Wool,
Mm-hmm.
and oh boy, it's just calling my name,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't even wound it up.
No. And I know, and I've had a hard time trying to find the right project for it. Like, because there's so much yardage, and I have 2 of them. You have 1.
I have more than that.
Did you buy 2?
Yes. I have one that has some tonal coloring, very subtle tonal, and one that's the blue.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I got the gray and white, where it's like gray with kind of a white spiral, and then I got the white with the gray spiral. So they're a reverse of each other. And I kind of wanted to do something with both of them, but there's so much yardage that I want a garment, but then it's so loosely spun that I don't know if it would do well as a garment. That's, we shouldn't even be talking about yarn that we're not showing.
Well, then I can run get it, but and I will.
I can too. I'll go get it.
I saw a pattern, and I should wait for Allyn. I saw a pattern that I really like, so I need to show it to her and get her critique on it. But it's fun to go through Ravelry. Let me tell you how bad I am on the airplane. I caught myself one night on Ravelry looking at my stash. Now I live in a little house. I could walk around the corner in my house and see my stash. But there I was on Ravelry looking at my stash. How sad is that? So anyway, I have a stash and I'm excited to be knitting, and I think I'm doing better and better. The more I knit, the better I'm getting. Even as I'm advancing in age, it's really improving my knitting to keep knitting. So I would encourage all of you to do that. Keep knitting. And there's one that you didn't pick up. There's another one.
Gray and white, the Bluebonnet Farms one.
Okay.
God, that's pretty.
Look to the left in that stash. Look how much yardage there is here. Oh my gosh, these were from, it's called Prime Alpaca, 665 yards in a skein. And it's 100% superfine, natural colored alpaca from Amosville, Virginia, Misty Mountain Farm. It is absolutely lovely. They had so many varieties of color, and they were, oh my, so pleasant. Like I said, this was at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and maybe you can see how loosely woven it is. It says DK. 3-ply sport weight and DK, are they different?
Yes.
I'm thinking about one more.
These are all the alpacas I saw up there.
Okay. Where is this from?
That's from Bluebonnet Hills.
Oh yes, we took a tour at Bluebonnet Hills near
Alpaca Ranch.
yes, but in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Near
Navasota.
Navasota.
Mm-hmm. Where our retreat's going to be.
Oh, the retreat. How exciting. I'll be there. Save a space for me. I'm thinking it's not just near Navasota.
Don't hit the table, please.
Thank you. What is our yarn shop in Navasota?
WC Mercantile.
Oh, that's it. Yes, it is near Navasota. Absolutely. You're right.
Because it says raised in Navasota, Texas.
Yeah.
And you have a beautiful cream,
Mhm.
and then this gray marl.
But these are tighter than this.
Mhm,
Can
yeah.
you still mix the two?
Well, it would make different fabrics,
Okay.
but I wouldn't mix them. Because look, this is so, well, I don't know. Those are kind of okay.
Mhm.
You can't see. And the color might not be coming out completely. This one,
Don't you just want to
wanna-
eat it?
Yes, I was just going to say that. I just want to eat it. I mean, not really, because wool wouldn't taste very good to eat. But man, it is so beautiful. And you know, I say blue. It's not blue. It's gray and brown, but there is a blue quality to the gray. And even in the booth, it was labeled as blue. See, like
Yeah.
here on it, it's
Mhm.
labeled as blue.
I told them where it was from.
Yeah. So what are
That's
the
it.
other two projects you said there were 3 that you were itching to start?
Oh no, this one is. You know how it is. You get going on one and get near the end, and I want to
You
get
start
it
thinking about
finished.
the next one.
Right, and do it. But I have
Yep.
to say that I am so grateful. There are a whole bunch of knitters and makers out there because we support each other in so many ways. I mean, in some ways, this is just crazy, knotting with string, and you know, just kind of crazy. But it's. I love being crazy like this. I just love it. I think it's
Obsessive,
great.
maybe?
Right.
You know, some
Yeah.
people. Okay, well, let's do Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So the first thing, and this is why I wanted us to do it together,
Oh, yes.
is we are making a Christmas stocking. So I guess I did also bring ours. So
May I do this?
yes, my mom's aunt, Lucille, my great aunt, who we talked about the last time.
She taught me to knit.
Yes. She made the family stockings. And she didn't start when everybody was born because my mother's
This is it.
she puts the date on it, and my mother's has 1950 on it. She was not born in 50. So, but it is a classic design. And you know, it's been around forever.
I think in Ravelry it's called traditional Christmas stocking.
Right.
And the pattern is great. I tried to use Aunt Lucille's pattern. She had it marked up so much. It was really hard to use. She made over 100 of those.
Oh my gosh.
She made so many.
Because every time a baby was born, they got one.
So there were 7 children. She was one of 7, and each of them had 4. So there were a lot.
And she did it for us. I mean, for the extended family also.
I made some of these.
Yes, so I'm looking for mine. The other one she made. Of course, it's the last one I pulled out. So this is mine, and I was born in 72. Now you know how old I am. And it's, again, you know, the same traditional stocking. So then, when I got married, my mom made my husband one. We got married in 2002. 15 years ago yesterday.
Yes, and we had a big celebration last night. Anniversary party right here on the patio.
Yep. So, same design. And then when my boys were born, Zane got one. No, this Santa's green because she forgot to switch it, do the green tree up here and the red Santa down here. I think you had already done the tree.
Probably.
I was like, I am not changing it, and I don't blame you because it's duplicate stitch. So Zane was born in February of 2008, so it was ready by Christmas. Cade was born end of October of 2009, and it was not finished by Christmas. So it was hung up with needles on the
needles,
toe.
right? The
Yeah.
needles were down there, and this is a pitiful foot. Pitiful foot. That's why on this next one, Allyn, I got it down to where the heel.
Right. So we're making another one for the great grandchild of Aunt Lucille's
second daughter. Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Carolyn and Tom live in near Frederick, Maryland, and that's who we stayed with.
Right.
For sheep and wool.
And so Carolyn, all of Carolyn's kids have this. All of Carolyn's grandkids have one of these. But her great-granddaughter, her first great-granddaughter, great child. So we decided we were going to make one. So my mom knit to here. She started at the top. It starts at the top, knit to here. It's a free pattern. And then she brought it to my house. I turned the heel over a weekend. And then she knit some more because I was like, you can do the easy stuff. And so then I knit the toe and bound it off.
It's lovely.
And it's great. It's big. I feel like this is big. And I did follow the pattern, but of course we're using like whatever yarn we had left over, so it's not necessarily to gauge.
Right.
Because, what's gauge? Swatch? What? So I started so then she asked me to bring the other stockings down when Sally and I came to look at Camp Allyn for the retreat, and I forgot. So she said, well, I guess you're doing the duplicate stitch then. So on the way down this time, I got the tree done, and I just kind of made it up because
you didn't have the
this
pattern?
section is shorter than the sections for our other ones.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't do the same, but it's fine.
Yes.
It looks like a tree, right?
Right.
Okay. So,
It does.
and then I decided I didn't want to do it anymore.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah?
want to do the duplicate stitch anymore. I wanted to work on my project. So, I'm now turning it over.
Thank you.
You get to do the rest of the duplicate stitch.
How much green?
I kind of needed pen and paper to chart out the Santa and the letters, and so.
How much green, white, and red yarn do we have left?
Oh my gosh, we still have so much.
Oh no, it keeps growing.
This is what I use for the duplicate
Excuse me.
stitch.
Okay.
It's not the same as what we used to knit with. I have more of this. I mean, it's like just everywhere. I have more of this.
It's a different color.
This is a different color, and it's smaller. I wouldn't necessarily use this.
Right.
Then there's this, which is the wrong color. It's a different color, but you have lots of the red and the white that we use.
And these are Lamb's Pride colors. They are just the best. For
Lamb's
this.
Pride worsted. It really is. It's the right colors. It's the right. This is just Red Baron.
The right weight.
I don't know what this is.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh.
The band.
Cream. And then Christmas green. So there you go. That's why they're all the right color. And they're 100% wool, and they hold up well. So, and it's I'll put what the actual title is, but it's a free pattern, and they have other motifs in the pattern that you, like a snowflake and different things you can do.
Candle.
Right, a candle. But we wanted to keep it the same as what ours was. So.
What is this hole from? Is that from a yarn over and
Yes.
then pick it up later?
It's from you increased. You did a yarn over, and so if you see, there's another.
Oh, I see it.
Right below
Yes. Okay.
And it can be whipped together.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. And she'll get this by Christmas.
By Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be able to.
I'm
well.
super proud of us for having started early because I do think that if it had just been me, I would have been starting it like December 1st, and really cranked it out, but would have been stressed about it. But you started it in like July.
I did because the summer, this summer in Houston is my indoor time, and so it's a lot easier to stay inside and knit than it is to be inside when it's cool and nice outside. So good. I'm glad. I'll happily take it back.
Yes.
And then we need to make this twist.
Oh, that's easy.
Right. And I think that's just around a dowel or something, right?
No,
Just
you twist it
Yeah.
on your
Till it
fingers,
curls.
like you're making a skein,
Right.
and then you tie it.
Okay.
And then, so because I had to go into the attic and get my Christmas stuff out to get the stockings,
Oh,
I
yes.
brought out a couple of other knitted things I did for Christmas. So we didn't have a star for our tree, so I knit one. It's the Celestine, and
Wow.
they look like nipples.
I just got that myself.
Cow udder, maybe. But from a distance, it looks like a star. On the top of a tree, it looks like a star. But right here, where I'm pulling on them, they look like cow udders or nipples or whatever.
That would be great for a pig that had a whole bunch of little piglets. They'd be on top of each other, though. I think nature did a pretty good job of making a mother pig.
So this is a free pattern, Celestine, and there is Celestine sock, which is smaller and done with sock yarn, or you do fewer of these and it's done with sock yarn and it makes a little ball. But I love it as our tree topper.
How do you keep it up there?
We have an artificial tree, and you just kind of bend a couple of things
limbs
for it to nest in.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is hard to get up there because, I mean, sometimes I'm throwing it up there and trying to get it to, like, stay. So that's what I made.
That is neat.
Yeah. And then I made a few of these knitted ornaments where
that is so pretty.
and I'll try to find the pattern. I couldn't find it quickly before we were going to record. I think I've made 3 of them, and my intention was to make one every year. No, that has not happened. So they're fun, and they're knit on top of, like, there's a plastic ball inside, which I went with plastic instead of glass because if it breaks, you gotta just, I don't know, throw it away because
Jill, that was smart.
you couldn't get anything through there. It's bound off up here. So
That was smart to go with plastic.
Thank you.
Especially when we saw the demo that Zane had earlier with the ball.
Yeah, right. There is one other thing in here.
Oh,
So
yes.
my father-in-law moved to Texas soon after the boys were born. Soon after Zane was born, before Cade was born. And he didn't have a stocking. Well, he's not technically part of my mother's family, so I didn't want to make him the same traditional one. So I made him his own stocking. And
That
it
is so
is
pretty.
Falling Snow. It's a free pattern. I think it's free from the knit. I mean, it's on Ravelry, but it was Knit Picks. The red is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, which is the same color that's in the pattern. And then I already had the white was Cascade 220. It was my first time doing Fair Isle, and I had never done Fair Isle. I just guessed. Like, I'm sure I didn't trap a single float back here because I didn't know what I was doing. I can't believe I did a Latvian braid. Like, seriously, the instructions must be really good because I did it and I don't know how. And then
Beautiful.
And looking at it now, I'm pretty impressed with my tension. Like, that's amazing. I feel like I have worse tension now that I actually know something about Fair Isle. And it was my first time turning a heel.
Is this brioche?
No, it's corrugated rib.
Oh, wow. What's that? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. It might not be corrugated rib. It might just be Fair Isle striping that I pulled too tight.
It's lovely.
And so it caused it to pucker.
Right.
I don't know. But it, I did it. The instructions must be really good. I feel like it's huge, though.
Well, it is large, but he's a big guy. So what is this that you mix the two? You carry them behind it?
It's Fair Isle.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah. So that that's the one and only of the other kind I've made.
So let's look at the inside just for fun.
I mean, there's some long floats in there. Oh yeah, look. Look at those. And what section is that? Oh, that's down here. I did straight across there is all. I didn't know how to trap. I didn't know you should. Boy, I was adventurous.
You were. They're just courageous, and I love it. It's beautiful.
I'm dropping everything. So that's what I have.
That's lovely.
My Christmas knitting.
Yes.
Hopefully
Good.
y'all are
I think everybody out there will be. Say it again.
Hopefully y'all are inspired.
Right, I was just going to say that. Everybody out there will get busy on their...
Get bitty.
on their... now we're making fun of each other.
I know, right?
Get busy on their Christmas knitting if you haven't already, because it is that time.
It is. It is. Whew. I'm itching to get home to my stash to like get some stuff started. But I have plenty to knit here. It's not like I'm not knitting.
I know, right now we need to stop.
Right.
While you were gone, I told him I found myself one night looking at my stash in Ralphery.
When it was in the other room.
I
do that.
Thank you. You make me feel so much better.
I know. Okay, well this has
Happy
been
knitting.
fun.
It has been fun. Happy knitting.
Bye y'all. Don't forget to
Bye-bye.
slay.
See ya.
So we don't want to touch the table because it'll shake it. I think you should scoot in a little.
Ooh, I don't look like I have any makeup on.
See? And you thought I had a lot on. I know. Zane said I look sunburned.
Should I go get some more blush, Zane? Because I don't look like I have any makeup on.
Okay, stop touching the table. You can't touch the table.
Are we on?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh.
I can edit
What's up,
it.
peeps?
Do you
What's
want to sit like that? You look kind of hunched over like
I am.
What's up, peeps?
that. You
What's up?
You can move closer
What's
to the
up?
table if you want.
What's up?
Or we could sit back like that.
That's good. I love having you at my house and that we can do this outside.
Yeah,
Have
it is
fun.
nice because you have a
Yeah.
great backyard.
Thanks.
So,
You enjoy it.
okay, so I'll do the intro.
Okay.
Okay. You're so funny.